Your team isn't the problem. The map is, specifically the one that only exists inside your head. Most of the leaders I coach carry a clear picture of where the organization is going. They've thought about it, they care about it, they've been carrying it for years. And they assume, reasonably, genuinely, that the people around them can see what they see. They can't. Not because they're not paying attention, and not because they don't care, because the map only exists in one place, inside the leader's head. And a map that lives in one person's head isn't a strategy, it's a thought. So the team does what teams do when direction is unclear. They prioritize based on what feels urgent, not what matters most. What feels most pressing right now, like the latest customer, or the most recent email, or the problem standing directly in front of them. And because no one has told them what winning looks like, they measure themselves by how busy they are, not by whether they're moving the organization forward. They make decisions based on what they think the leader wants, which is different from what the leader actually wants, because the leader never said it clearly enough for anyone to know for certain. And then the leader gets frustrated, and the team gets anxious, and both of them are working hard, and neither of them is winning. MIT Sloan Management Review studied this exact dynamic. They asked leaders how clearly they had communicated their organization's strategy. Then they asked frontline employees to describe it. Fewer than 30% of employees could accurately describe their organization's strategy, even when their leaders believed communication had been clear. 7 out of 10 people on your team may not be able to tell you where the organization is going. Not because they haven't been listening, because what's been said hasn't been clear enough to hold on to. That's not a people problem. That's a clarity problem. And clarity is a leadership responsibility. Simon Sinek spent years studying what separates organizations that achieve extraordinary results from those that stay stuck. His finding was simple and hard to argue with. People don't follow a plan. They follow a purpose. When a leader can articulate not just what the team is doing and how, but why it matters, everything changes. People move from executing tasks to pursuing a goal they actually believe in. In my work with leaders, this is the direction and meaning pathway, one of 5 pathways inside the ACT framework. And what Sinek's research makes clear is that direction without meaning produces compliance. Direction with meaning produces commitment. Your team will do what you ask. They will give everything they have to something they believe in. I want to be specific about what the absence of clear direction costs, because most leaders underestimate it. It costs the team their confidence. When people don't have clear measures of success, they don't know if they're winning. And people who don't know if they're winning quietly start to believe they're not. That produces anxiety, second guessing, a team that is perpetually stressed about whether their contribution matters, even when it does. It costs the organization its momentum. When each department is operating from a different understanding of the destination, efforts get duplicated, priorities conflict, and the energy that should be moving the organization forward gets spent managing friction between people who are all trying to do the right thing, but don't agree on what the right thing is. And it costs the leader something too. The frustration that comes when the team doesn't perform the way you expect. A significant part of that frustration belongs to the clarity that hasn't yet been created. That's a hard thing to own. But once you own it, you can change it. I want to tell you about an organization I've been working with because what they've done this year deserves to be named out loud. Last fall, they made a decision. They set a clear goal: grow revenue by 20% over the next year. Not a vague aspiration, a specific, measurable number that everyone in the organization could see. And then they did something most organizations skip entirely. They broke it down. Every department created goals aligned to the company goal. Every member of the leadership team identified the specific strategies they would own. Every one of those strategies connected directly to the daily activities of the people responsible for executing them. For the first time, every person in that organization could answer 3 questions. Where are we going? What is my role in getting there? And how will I know if I'm winning? Here's where they are today. Halfway through the year, already more than 80% of their way to their annual goal. Not because the team got smarter, not because the market shifted in their favor, because the leaders got clearer. And when leaders get clear, really clear, structurally clear, in a way that reaches every level of the organization, the team stops guessing and starts moving. That's what direction does. That's what meaning makes possible. Your team doesn't need more motivation. They need more clarity. A motivated team without direction is just energy without a destination. This is what the ACT framework is designed to help leaders see: awareness, choice, transformation. For the leaders I coach on this pathway, awareness is rarely about recognizing what direction is missing. Most already sense that. Awareness is recognizing their role in the absence of it. The assumption that the team can see the map that only exists in the leader's head. The belief that saying something once, in a meeting, in an email, and in all hands is the same as making it clear. Choice comes next. Not between caring about results and not caring, between leading from assumption and leading from clarity. And transformation, it doesn't begin with a vision statement. It begins with one conversation where the leader says clearly and specifically, here is where we are going. Here is what success looks like. And here is what your role is in getting there. And then it continues in every meeting, every decision, every moment where the leader has the opportunity to reinforce the direction or let it drift. That's the work. Not once, consistently, until clarity becomes culture. And that's authentic leadership. If what I've described sounds familiar, if there's a gap between the direction that lives in your head and the clarity your team is actually operating from, start by understanding your own leadership pattern. The ACT Leadership Style Assessment is free, and it takes about 10 minutes. It'll show you your leadership style, the specific pattern shaping your results right now, and practical next steps you can apply immediately. The link is in the description. But before you go, 3 questions. Not about your organization, not about your team, about you. If I ask 3 people on your team to describe where the organization is going in the next 12 months, would they give me the same answer? Does every person who reports to you know specifically what success looks like in their role? Not generally, specifically. And finally, what would change in your organization if you spent the next 30 days making the direction clearer at every level? Your team isn't the problem. The map is. And you're the only one who can make it visible. That's what this channel is about. Real conversations about what it actually takes to lead well, starting with the truth about what's been getting in the way. If you're ready for that conversation, subscribe, because this is the life you lead.